Right now, thousands of software companies are rebranding simple, static logic as artificial intelligence. Every time someone calls a basic drop-down menu AI-powered, a real engineer loses a year of their life. The problem is that even veteran tech professionals, the people actually building these products, regularly fail to explain the actual difference between artificial intelligence and automation. When a team mistakes a rigid script for a learning model, they build tools that break the moment they hit a scenario the programmer didn't predict. They end up hiring specialized engineers to manage what is essentially a spreadsheet, misallocating resources on tech that isn't designed to do what they're promising. If you can't tell the difference between a system that follows instructions and one that develops its own logic, you are making critical decisions based on a marketing buzzword rather than technical reality. Let's fix that right now. Here is the simplest version I know. Automation is a recipe. You provide the same ingredients, it follows the exact same steps, and it produces the same result every single time. Artificial intelligence is the chef. It tastes the food, adjusts the seasoning on the fly, and improves the final dish based on its own experience. Automation follows rules. AI learns them. This loop is the mechanical requirement for true AI. The system collects data, identifies a pattern, and makes a prediction. Then, this is key, it refines its accuracy based on feedback. Automation lacks this feedback step. It executes its programming exactly as written, regardless of success. It stays static until a human manually pushes an update to the code. The test for any new technology has nothing to do with how complex the interface looks. You only need to ask one question. Does it learn, or does it just execute? That brings us to the first major misconception. We've been trained to believe that because a device is smart, it must be using AI. In consumer hardware, the label smart usually just means the device is connected to the internet. It has an antenna, and it can receive instructions from your phone. A thermostat that turns the heat on at 6 a.m. because you programmed a schedule is a classic example of automation. It's just a digital timer, nothing more. An AI thermostat doesn't need that schedule. It observes when you wake up, senses when the house is empty, and autonomously develops a temperature profile that it adjusts as your habits change. Your smart home isn't thinking, it's mostly just listening. Smart is a networking feature, but intelligence requires that the system can adapt without your input. This confusion follows us into the office. The second misconception is the idea that processing massive amounts of data is the same thing as artificial intelligence. If your software generates weekly sales charts from historical trends, it's performing advanced analytics. It is summarizing the past, not learning from it. A system only becomes AI when it uses those patterns to predict future outcomes it wasn't specifically programmed to see. Analyzing data is a calculation. Learning from it is intelligence. Then there's the third misconception, that any system capable of a conversation must be AI. Traditional chatbots work like a light switch. If-then logic means typing a keyword triggers a pre-written answer. It's just matching strings. An LLM is different. Instead of following a tree, it generates unscripted responses based on context. It's constructing a new one. Churning data and spitting out scripted replies are automated tasks. True intelligence creates original context rather than forcing you down a pre-programmed path. To build for the future, we need this baseline. AI is a system that finds patterns, makes predictions, and improves through feedback without a human pushing the buttons. That doesn't mean automation is a lesser technology. It is the reliable, mechanical backbone of the global economy. Most tasks don't need a learning model. They just need to work perfectly every time. The danger is that dressing up reliable automation in AI marketing breeds false trust. It leads people to rely on static code as if it has the judgment of a human, which is how expensive mistakes happen. You don't need to buy into the marketing frenzy. You just need technical clarity. When you understand the architecture, the hype disappears. The next time you see a smart product or an AI-powered solution, cut through the noise. Look at the mechanics and ask the only question that matters. Does it learn, or does it just execute?